Welcome you guys back into my next course. What I want to teach you guys is how to be more conscious in terms of life. So when you want to be more conscious in life, you have to understand to read more books and you have to understand to experience life more. So when you're experiencing life more, all you're looking to do is to be more conscious of yourself. So you have to understand that if you want to do anything to help yourself to succeed every single day, it's consciousness that's going to get you there. So you have to understand that more knowledge breeds more consciousness, and the more conscious you are throughout life, the better you're going to become and the more healthy you're going to become. So you must understand that every single day you must understand to follow Jesus Christ, because consciousness is Jesus Christ. And you have to understand that if you really grow yourself throughout life, you're really going to understand much more consciousness in the process. So the whole point of life is to succeed, and every single day you must understand that you have to lead yourself into greatness. Every single day you have to talk and you have to look at life as a simplistic way of growth so that you can grow. And you have to understand that if you really want to succeed today, you have to be much more preoccupied with consciousness every single day so that you can understand how to grow yourself. So if you want to help yourself to understand anything about life, you have to be motivated. You have to talk and you have to understand every single day to communicate every single day in the camera. And you have to do something today to succeed every single day of your life. So you must understand that consciousness breeds success. So every single time you understand everything about life, you must understand much more about it, and you must understand every single day there's always something to learn. But all I want to teach you is a way of consciousness today in the video, and I want to show you something about life every single time I do a video. So much more about helping you to succeed. So you must understand, if you really want to succeed every single day, and if you really want to do something to succeed daily, you have to understand to be more conscious of yourself and other people, so that you can rise consciousness and awareness in the planet itself, and so that you can really devour yourself in terms of life to make sure that you're doing something to help yourself to succeed. So if you really want to succeed differently, and if you really want to help yourself to grow every single time, you have to understand to learn how to be in control of your emotions and to be in control of your mindset every single day, because anything that's separate from the mind and body is anything that's Jesus Christ. So you must understand to be separated every single day of your life with the notion that you're being in terms of life. So you must understand to be separate, but also at the same time to be unseparated from yourself, while being in contradictory terms every single day to learn the art of awareness. So you must understand that if you want to be aware about life, you have to understand that you have to go through life much more in a sense of gratitude for yourself, and you have to really learn how to grow, and you really have to learn how to really speak on camera every single time, and you have to learn how to grow within what you're saying. So when you're really growing, you're really learning something in the process of life, and you're really making sure that you can actually live life to the best of your ability every single day, and you're making sure that you can actually grow yourself and other people so that you can understand how to grow yourself in terms of life. So you have to understand, if you really want to help yourself to succeed every single day, you have to be motivated to talk, and you have to be motivated to do something today to succeed. So you must understand every single day of your life, you have to understand that if you fail, you have to get back up, and you have to understand to really grow and outgrow yourself every single time, so that you understand much more about life. So you must understand that if you really want to succeed today, you must understand that you have to go and do a greater job for yourself every single day, and you have to learn that every single day of your life is a new day, and that new ideals come into your play, in terms of new ideals come into life, where you have to grow and you have to really be sophisticated to really understand much more about how to grow yourself in the process. So you must understand that all you will really looking to do is really to be in your emotions every single day, and making sure that you're in your feelings. So when you're in your feelings and when you're in the emotions, you're really talking from a perspective of mindset, and you're really controlling your emotions and controlling yourself every single time, and you're making sure that you're not doing drugs, you're not doing anything that's harming you today, so that you can actually grow your emotions, and so you can grow yourself to the best ability that you can, and so that you can really focus on discipline every single time. Because when you're focusing on discipline and when you're focusing on a greater way of life, you have to be able to expand yourself. So the way to expand yourself is through your emotions, and to expand your emotions every single day is to have more consciousness. So all you're really looking to do is to expand yourself every single day into the awareness that you are. And you have to understand that everybody's awareness to some degree, And even Jesus Christ has awareness. So you must understand every single time that Jesus Christ has the most awareness in the world. So if you follow Jesus Christ's rules, then you're going to have success in all doors and you're going to have success in all ways. So you must understand every single time that I really, really control myself. I look to control my emotions. I look to make rational decisions that are helping me grow so that I can help myself to understand much more about life. So it's much more about dealing with different ideas and dealing with different ways of thinking every single time so that I can grow myself in the process, and making sure that I'm really, really helping myself to understand much more about life is the whole ideal. So you must understand that all you're really selling is an attitude, and you must understand that really, really in life that you really control yourself in terms of your emotions so that you can understand how to live life much more is the better way to do it. So you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to do something every single day in a great deal of life, that you really, really are looking for a better outcome every single time, and you're making sure every single day of your life that you're really, really prospering and making sure that you're successful, and really, really taking a deep dive into life, making sure that you're doing everything that you can every single day to succeed is the best way for you. So you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to understand much more, you have to understand to really, really dive into books and making sure that you're really, really reading much more material, and that you're really, really doing much more material, but that you're motivating yourself every single time to succeed is the best ideal for you, and that you're really growing from it, and that you're really, really looking for different ways of thinking and different ways of saying something every single time so that you can actually be of service to people so that you understand much more about life is the whole ideal. So you must understand if you really want to be more conscious, you'll do whatever it takes to succeed, and you'll make sure every single time that you're really, really learning the art of awareness, and that you're really, really in the emotions of life. Because when you dive into your emotions, you're going to feel different ways of thinking, and you're going to make sure that you're feeling your thinking, and that way you're being able to outgrow apart from your mind, and making sure that you're not your mind in the whole process, and making sure that you're really, really fond of what you're saying and what you're doing, so that you understand that you really, really have to outgrow yourself every single time, and making sure that you're really, really growing in the process of what you're doing every single day, so that you can learn how to grow, and so that you can understand much more about life. And you have to understand that when I grow myself, I go into the emotions simply. I simply go into my emotions. I feel my thinking. I'm feeling my thinking right now. And all that I'm doing is coming to terms with what I'm saying. And I'm making sure every single time I'm looking to give a great deal of awareness in this video, because that's the presence that I'm here. And you must understand that if I'm here, then where am I? And you must understand I'm really, really here in the moment. So make sure you understand that every single time I'm delivering content, I'm delivering something of value, and I'm making sure every single time that I'm doing something that's corresponding to my life in a different way, by making sure that I'm lifting my emotions, and I'm making sure that I'm really, really upbeat, and making sure that I'm doing something that I'm succeeding with every single time. So I'm always looking to help people in different ways and different formats, and I'm making sure that I'm looking for a better way all the time to succeed. Is the whole point. It's the whole point, and you must understand that if you really, really grow yourself in the terms of what you're doing in terms of life, where you're passionate in terms of life, then you have to understand that you're really, really looking for a better way of life, and you're making sure that you're looking for something that is ideal to you, that's going to help you to grow. Because simply in terms of life, you have to understand that consciousness breeds awareness, and that awareness breeds excellence. And you must understand that if you're really much more aware about what you're doing every single time, you're going to really, really grow from the outcome, and you're going to really, really understand what to say in the process of life. And you're making sure every single time that you're really looking for a better ideal within yourself right now to unlock different potentials with what you're saying every single time. And you're making sure every single day that you really, really go throughout life making sure that you never complain, but you're really simple about life, and you're making sure that you start off conversations with anything that goes, making sure that you're really, really dwelling upon life, and that you're really, really simple about matters, and that you're really, really growing from what you're saying is the whole ideal. So the whole point of life is to make sure that you're really much more conscious, so that you can actually grow, and that you can really learn from people, so that you understand much more. And the whole point is just understanding much more about yourself in the process, and making sure that you understand how to go and embody your emotions right now. And while you're in your emotions, you're looking for different ways of thinking, and different ways of saying something, and different ways of living life, and you're looking for a better outcome, you're making sure every single day that you're doing something to help yourself to succeed. But in the midst of everything, you're making sure that you're just helping people to grow in the same time, and you're making sure that you're learning how to grow yourself in the process is the whole point. So I'm understanding that if you really want to grow yourself, then you'll do whatever it takes to grow, and you'll make sure every single day that you're delaying gratification every single time, and that you're really learning how to really process your emotions in the way of making sure that you're growing, and that you're really delivering content in the process, and that you're actually just really simple about what you're saying, and making sure that you're really learning along the way everything that it takes to succeed, because that's the whole point of life, and that's how you really succeed, and making sure that you're really growing and that you're really doing something. See guys, so the whole point of life is making sure that every single day of your life you're looking forward to your emotions, and you're looking forward to a better way of communicating every single time, because every single time you communicate you can have a new way to say something, and you can have new ways of doing something. So that's the whole point of life, and the whole point of consciousness is to really express yourself every single time, so that when you express yourself you're really doing something of your own work, and you're making sure every single time that you're doing original content, and then you're doing something that's helping you grow is the whole point of life. And that you're really never struggling to say something, and never struggling in life, and making sure that you're really prospering is the whole point.